Okay, welcome to the stream. 2 in a row today. So, we're going to get back... Actually, no, we're starting up something new. Not getting back into anything. We're going to get back into some RPGs. I should say that. We just finished up Final Fantasy VII up to the point where I wanted to stop at, which was the end of Disc 1 last night. So, played that for a few hours, and yeah, it's a lengthy RPG, obviously, and we're going to get into one that could potentially be as long or longer than Final Fantasy VII as a whole. Don't know for sure, though, because I've never played it. Tonight is the channel point reward request from a Mr. Drunk Scoob, who redeemed his channel points sometime last week for me to play a video game of his choosing. And that is going to be Phantasy Star IV off of the Sega Genesis. Never played this game. Really haven't played too many Genesis games in general. It's always kind of been an intention of mine to go through the Genesis library at some point. I do have the Genesis collection on Steam, which has a number of games on it, or at least my version does in particular. I believe they were selling it for like really, really cheap, like $10 or something at some point. I ended up jumping on that, and there's a handful of games on there that I was thinking I might check out at some point, but haven't done it yet. But we're going to check out one of them. So apparently this is a longer form RPG. The thing about the channel point reward system, though, is I guarantee that I will do a full stream of a game of your choosing, but whether I continue or not, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. So I'm going to play this. This might be a situation, though, because I'm sort of genuinely curious about it. So it would be a situation where I might end up not streaming the thing start to finish, but might end up playing a bit, even story bits on my own time, and we'll revisit it maybe like once a week or something like that. We'll see how it goes, see how I'm feeling, but no way to know for sure until we actually get things started. But let's go ahead and boot it up. Should have things all set up here to go, so let's see. There we go. There we go. And the only other thing is I think this might be a little bit quiet. Let me see. Oh yeah, it's pretty damn quiet. Alright. So we actually took a look at this during the... sorry, I'm just checking the desktop audio. See if I need to knock this down any. I think I'm going to knock it down to 50%, and then we'll call it good there. But we actually took a look at this during the finale of the Matrix Path of Neo stream that I was doing. And we took a look at this intro here. So we've kind of already seen it, at least as far as my stream is concerned. But we haven't seen it for a stream in and of itself. From what I gathered, there is like some sort of AI system that was taking care of a planet, and then something corrupted it, and the planet fell into disrepair and chaos. So that's kind of what I gathered from it. Alright, everything's looking good. If something seems out of step, let me know. I haven't used any of this in a while, so it's kind of a setup I'm going back to after a bit of time. Chaz, we have work to do. Hurry up and get ready. What Chaz, too. What a name. Unlike Final Fantasy, they don't allow you to change character names, I suppose. This is your first job since you joined the Hunters Guild. You better put your heart into it. So, I'm not a trainee anymore? From this day on, you're a full-fledged partner. Now come on, let's go. How many RPGs start in like a castle town? It's like Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy, I think, for their first handful of games always started like that. It became just such a familiar setting. I've been talking about it too, but I was been recently playing Suikoden, and that's a similar situation where it starts off in like a little castle town. It's just like a staple for RPGs at the time. I kind of wonder what the first one was of like this particular genre where it like broke away from that. Where are we off to this time? It's a bit far. We're going to Motavia Academy in the town of Piata. Wow, so we're going to the town of learning. Wonder what's happening there. Probably learning. Who knows? The message said just come. We'll get the details once we're there. Since we're going to be there anyway, I'd sure like to tour the academy. Is that all you can think about? Get moving or I'll leave you behind. And learning, duh. That's what happens in the town of learning. AW 2284. Monster attacks have swelled the ranks of those who call themselves hunters. But as the attacks become ever... Oh, I can't actually skip that myself. Boy, they give you a long time to read it. I was like trying to rush through. As the attacks become more frequent and powerful, an elite few begin to wonder what is behind this outbreak, and when and how will it all end? I don't know, wasn't there like some sort of computer system? I figured like they were showing off a planet and everything, and they're talking about like some AI that was running things. I thought this would be like in space. I didn't know it'd be just like on a little planet. In a seemingly, so far, high fantasy setting. Maybe their outfits are a little sci-fi, but... Oops, I wandered around and I've gotten separated from Alice. I've got to find her. About a month ago, the monsters began to appear in the basements. I'm so frightened I can't even think about my research. So I guess we entered the academy or whatever. Are you a hunter? Are you here to exterminate the monsters? You're the hunter commissioned by the principal? A kid like you? Are you going to be able to handle it? Oh, there you are. Chaz, where have you been? Come on, let's go. But we have to see the principal and get the details about this commission. I am now in control. If you're looking for the principal's room, it's way in the back, but recently he's been acting strangely. I think he's scared of something. Here at Motavia Academy, we search for the truth of the universe. This is the largest research facility on the entire planet. What do you think? Isn't it grand? It looks like an interesting place, doesn't it, Alice? Really? Doesn't interest me one bit. Stop wasting time. There's nothing here. No. You don't want to look through the telescope? Once there were 3 planets in the Algo solar system, but during the Great Collapse, the planet Parma was lost. Oh yeah, I remember Parma. I think that was in the intro. Now only Desolus and the planet remain. Oh, I guess this planet. Apparently thousands of years ago, there were ships that could travel through space. Today, the only thing we can do is view Desolus through a telescope. Just once I would love to go to Desolus. It sounds like a dream, traveling to another planet. Oh, okay. That's the situation. Advanced past society, but we are now in... We've been regressed. Welcome. I'm the principal of this academy. Let's see, you must be Alice the Hunter, and you are her assistant, Chaz. Forgive me, but Chaz is a full-fledged partner of mine. Now let's get down to business. Describe the situation. Oh my god. That was like a big ass or something. No, it's like some kind of tuber on 2 legs. About a month ago, mysterious monsters started to appear within this academy. It appears that they have made the basement their headquarters. I've since closed it off. So far no one's been hurt, but who knows when they'll appear again. Please, I beg you to destroy all of these creatures. I'd like to settle this matter discreetly. I'm counting on your reputation, Alice. No problem, you can rely on us. Although it's strange that all those monsters suddenly appeared in this academy. Usually monsters don't come into inhabited areas. Do you have any idea why this happened? How would I know? Stop asking questions. Just hurry and exterminate those monsters. Don't forget, I'm paying you dearly for your services. Got very upset. Alright. Fair enough. Something smells fishy here. That principal was hiding something. Maybe he's afraid of the monsters? I think there's more to it than that. Things are starting to get interesting. I see stairs that lead down, so I'll go down here. Huh? Do I know you? Yikes! What are you doing with such lethal weapons? Get out! Huh, how rude. very dusty 20-volume set of Algoian history. I'm studying history. This planet has bad problems from the beginning. Presently, we have an abnormal climate, soil depletion, and a decreasing birth rate. Doesn't make for a promising future. This guy is far too depressing. Let's get out of here. Fair enough. Wait, I want to see the statue. Like she won't face it. The god of learning, Dr. Lubetz. A person from 2,000 years ago. I'm so scared of the monsters, there's nothing I'd like more than to leave town, but the principal won't allow it. For the last year, there have been violent changes in the planet's crust, as well as an abnormal outbreak of monsters. At this rate, the planet will be doomed. Hey, it's not going to do any good just moaning about it. 1,000 years ago, our society was thrown into confusion by the destruction of Mother Brain. After that, Octavius sustained a direct hit by a fragment of the exploding planet Parma. Our civilization was almost destroyed. We call this the Great Collapse. Oh, I didn't realize you weren't students. Giving us a lesson anyway. Yeah, the AI system was called Mother Brain, which had me thinking, I was like, wait a second. Nintendo doesn't have, like, rights to that or anything? I guess not. What? You're the hunters? Really? You don't think we could do the job? No, not at all. I didn't mean that. Since we have the principal's permission, let us pass. Wait, take me with you. And why should we? My name's Han. I'm an assistant at this academy. I work for Professor Holt, who has gone to investigate Birth Valley for his research. We haven't heard from him since, so now I'm searching for the professor's whereabouts. Birth Valley? That's a mysterious place that has been called the Sacred Valley of Life. But what's the connection between the valley and this current monster scare? After the investigation team led by the professor was reported missing, the principal barred everyone from entering Birth Valley. We're trying to get the information as to what's going on, but he keeps evading the issue. And then this monster scare begins. I'll bet anything that there's some sort of connection between these incidents. Well, it's true that there's something fishy about the principal's behavior. He just yelled at us for no reason. I was insulted. Given the circumstances, I feel compelled to investigate the basement myself. But come to think of it, it is a bit dangerous. So you were just waiting for us to arrive? Well, yes. You catch on quick. 100 meseta. What? Yeah, what? We'll take you with us for 100 meseta. I guess meseta must be their currency. I hope you weren't thinking of asking to tag along with us for free. I can't get that kind of money from the principal. That's not my problem. Now what are you gonna do? Okay, I'll pay. Alright. It's like, is there a menu or anything here? Can't have any items. Well, we'll learn as we go, I suppose. Oh, look, there's the thing. Duh! Oh, this is a weird battle screen. It's like forward-facing, kind of like Dragon Warrior. But, I don't know, you see the characters too, which is kind of odd. I was like, is that the victory music? It continues to play on the overworld? I guess not. Chest has been opened. Monomate is procured? I don't know what that is. Look. A weak medicine that restores HP. Alright, fair enough. I'll get used to the terminology and verbiage that this game uses eventually, I'm sure. Oh, I forgot to check something. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Everything seems to be normal. Yeah, it's a little weird looking. It's kind of unique. Even if just a little bit. Look at all this dust. Can't read the titles on these books. Poor you. Chest has been opened, 100% setup procured. Oh, well, there's the guy's payment. This is Mac. I guess it's just a preset attacks or something. The other thing okay, so probably gonna piss some people off, but one of the worst things about the Genesis, in my opinion, is the sound chip. The audio for Sega Genesis, I think, is awful. There's a lot of people that swear by a lot of the Genesis games and their soundtracks and stuff like that. I have not heard a one that I enjoy. And this doesn't sound terrible, but I'm noticing, like, it sounds real twangy. There's something about it that's weird with the Genesis sound font. But there's, like, most of this sounds fine. But yeah, that right there, which I was just talking over, but right when you get the victory jingle, I guess is what it is. It's like, that sounds like Genesis to me. And I'm like, ugh. Everything else so far has been fine, but when I heard that, I'm like, oh yeah, that's Genesis. That's definitely a Genesis thing. But people always said that the Genesis was more catered to kind of like a rock type soundtrack or something. And Super Nintendo was better suited for stuff like orchestra, like horns and other things of that nature. But I don't know. Even a lot of the rock sounding things I've not been too crazy about. HP fully recovered, no shit. It's gonna be the same. Alright. All the bookcases are too dusty. What's this? I don't know. Every time I try to approach something with her, she just like shies away from it. This thing has a nose on it. Boy, I wish I knew what these did. There's foy, shift, and center. I guess let's start experimenting. Guessing that's some type of heal. Galoon. Agility is up, okay. Attack power is down. Vortex. Earth. Vision, sure. 62 ain't bad. The earth thing didn't do jack shit, but alright. Maybe I'll try it against somebody else, like the big guy. I don't know what the vision did either. Yeah, it's just items. Nice little crit. Just keep using Vortex, I guess. It's pretty decent damage ability. Only got one left, but might be worth it. I don't know if we get him back or not. It's the beginning of the game. I'm sure we'll get something just as good or better. Yeah, that Earth didn't do much, did it? That Vision doesn't do anything either. Hey, beat the big thing. Nice. Alright. They didn't really get a chance to attack. We were on them pretty much the whole time. I guess the big thing only ever, like, spouts out enemies. And then it relies on them to actually do, you know, the damage. But didn't let up. Didn't give them a chance. Ah, that's music we're familiar with. We did it! Chaz, you need more practice. Your swing is too slow. What? But we destroyed the monster. With my help. Sorry. Now, Han, come over here. What? What are these glass containers for? These... Hey, are you by any chance breeding monsters here? If that's the case, this monster business is no mystery after all. I don't know anything. It's the first time I've been in this room. I've only just learned that such a thing exists at this academy. Really, it's the truth. I believe you. For now. The principal must know about these containers. He must also know the connection between this and the disappearance of Professor Holt. Yes, let's see the principal again. Come on, Chaz. Hey, don't leave me here. Guess we're not gonna destroy those or anything. Don't worry about it. They're safe behind that glass. What are they gonna do to us? Alright, Principal, I got a bone to pick with you. What's wrong? You seem upset. Were you able to defeat the monsters? Yes, but there's something I want to ask you. What? Is it just my imagination that I saw some strange things in the basement? Stop beating around the bush. Didn't even let him answer. Someone keeping information from me is the sixth most dangerous thing in this world. Alright already. I'll tell you what I know. You are aware of the recent outbreak of a new breed of monster? Oh yes. Thanks to the outbreak, I'm not hurting for work. 3 months ago, Holt identified Birth Valley as the origin of the outbreak, and he went to investigate. He says he discovered the remains of an ancient and advanced civilization, and it always the case. The investigation team brought back the monster breeding capsules and immediately set forth on their second investigative mission, but not one of them came back. Yes, that's right, Han. And despite all this, you didn't send out a rescue team and banned entry to Birth Valley. No. I was trying to send out a rescue team, but something happened. At that moment, a man who called himself Zio appeared before my eyes. Zio? I've heard of him. That fake magician. My dear principal of Botavia Academy, how are you doing? Who are you? My name is Zio. Zio, the Black Magician. Do not intrude on Birth Valley. What do you mean? In the future, if you ever let anyone set foot in Birth Valley. Well, someone got petrified. Let me make something clear. There is no need for you to go to Birth Valley. It's related to the research team. So that's why the Birth Valley situation wasn't announced. And also why you tried to keep a lid on the monster situation. But what is this all about? Remains of an ancient advanced civilization in Zio? It seems like these are signs of something to come. I need to help the professor. I'm going to Birth Valley. Han. It's egg-laying season for sandworms, so be careful. Alice? We'll tag along for 300 meseta plus expenses. Oh, deal. Earth Valley is to the northeast. Let's hurry. Getting right to it, huh? Is there a way to, like, save? This definitely seems like one of those JRPGs where it gets right into things. Much like Alice said to the principal, no beating around the bush. We're going straight for it. Hey, I'm undressing. Get out, get out. It kind of looks like, the sprite looks like she just lifting up her shirt. The girl next door has been influenced by some strange religion. She's been missing for a while. Where did she go? I don't know. Stop being so nosy. It's so much fun lazing around than going to class. I've got a report due tomorrow, but I haven't written a word of it. It's not nice to open cabinets in other people's houses without their permission. Shut up. Chaz. That is in fact your real name. These are the student dorms of Motavia Academy. Me, I'm the caretaker. Here's an inn. $15 Meseta. The cabinet contains cleaning supplies. Thought it wasn't nice to open cabinets. Ooh. Tool store. It's awfully jovial item shop music. Do we only buy them individually? Oh, that sucks. Also, the sprite does not look like the portrait. It looks like a little gnome man or something. Academy students are so noisy day in and day out. Like the other day when a group of them jumped into that fountain. What a scene. Don't they think about being considerate to others? I wish something could be done about them. I will eliminate all students for the right price. Now I can let my children go out and play. Yay. I just want to talk to the kid, but he keeps moving. Now that no monsters come out, it's no fun to sneak out in the middle of the night. If we didn't do anything, the kid would have ended up dead in 2 days' time. I'm studying geology. Recently, the soil quality has been deteriorating. Crops barely grow on this farm. My boyfriend in the agriculture department is rather upset. Oh, is he rather upset? Oh no, his research. I heard some students jumped into this fountain the other day. Can't believe I missed all the fun. You should take a dip, it'll do you good. What an impressive fountain. Unfortunately, they don't seem to allow me to do that. State. Status. Okay. Ah, there it is. There's even button customization. Oh shit. Walk back in. Northeast. Oh my god. Sandworms. I should look at the, alright. Can I, like, I just want to look at them, though. Maybe it's in status. Yeah, can I... Ah! God damn it, exited the whole damn thing. I just want to see what those attacks do. What, like, Foy, Shift, and Saner doesn't help me. Saner, I think, was something that boosted us. But you know what? Like, God, I should look at a manual. I bet this is one of those games. I mean, this was in that time period where... Obviously, all the game instructions would have been in the instruction manual that came with the game. And, you know, there wouldn't have been, like, an in-game tutorial. That wasn't really common until probably the late 90s. But the blue-looking magic, I think, is, like, buff magics, and then the red-looking magic is attacks. It's like Vortex recovers... Or any of the magics probably recover after we rest. Oh god. Fortunately, those guys don't seem to do a ton of damage. Kind of worried if we didn't play enough battles or anything, we might end up in a rough situation. Mile. This is the village of Mile, and this is our newly built sandworm ranch. What do you think? Isn't it great? This will attract a lot of tourists. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of people that want to take a look at sandworms. He's not letting me go in there. It says, the Big Sandworm Ranch. Alright. In the past, land around here was pretty fertile and there was a lot of farming going on. But now the wells and fields have all withered away. That's too bad. I'll buy a couple antidotes. And it's crazy to me that you can't actually stack your purchases. Oh, that didn't sound quite right. I'm studying so I can enroll in the Motavia Academy. Hey, stop bothering me. Kids. Academics? Psh. Actually, we wanted him to keep the family farm going, but what with the fields in such a state, I suppose there's no use. That's too bad. See that castle beyond the quicksand? Could have sworn that one night there was nothing, and the next day there it was. Must have been my imagination, don't you think? I don't think. Did you see the quicksand? It's spreading and spreading. How long is this town going to last? Our only son is enrolled in the Motavia Academy, but recently we've had a series of bad harvests and we haven't been able to send his allowance. Been so worried as to whether he has enough to eat. And I wish he wouldn't comment when I accidentally miss clicking on something. Whenever the field we try to cultivate, the soil just becomes infertile. Much like you, old man. Ooh, a shop. We've seen several shops, I guess more Specifically, this seems to be an armor shop. Dagger. I'm guessing if they have a tick next to their name, that probably... Well, actually, no, that might just mean that they can equip it. I don't know what these people have equipped on them. Hunting knife, and leather cloth. Dagger and shield. Boomerang. The, Alice's boomerang attack is pretty good, so I think that's probably the best thing we could do. Can she equip 2 boomerangs? Damn right she can. Steel sword is 2-handed. Looks like it brings down attack. Shit. I think all the leather equipment is what they already have on, so no sense in spending on any of that. You're looking for Birth Valley? Then go to a village called Zima. Zima is northeast of here, but recently it's been rumored that there's no sign of any people. Maybe they'll all fled at night? I sweep and I sweep, but the sand keeps blowing. I'm sick and tired of this. Why are you sweeping outdoors? It's not even on your property. I heard that Zima has been destroyed. Someone must go and make sure. I'm too busy, so I can't go. Yeah, I bet. It's said a strange religion is becoming popular. They're saying it's being spread by a man dressed in black. What did they say his name was? Oh yes, Zio. Yeah, I believe they said his name was Zio. Zio. All these EOs out there. Always trying to convert people to their cause. Here's Zima. I saw a petrified guy in there. Let me take a look around here just to see if there's anything. Broken bridge. Can't even investigate that. It seems suspicious, doesn't it? I went a long stretch without being attacked by anything. Ooh, double that boomerang. Oh, come on. Han, you missed. This might be the way I came. Alright, let's take a look. They've been turned into stone. Can't move. You know, before we go in here, because I don't know how this game operates, why don't I save? You never know if there's like a boss or something that's going to pop out. So better safe than sorry. I saw a mean man wearing a black clothes. Did Sephiroth do this? Mommy said to hide here. What's going on outside? Mommy, Daddy, why? No words of comfort or anything for them. Oh, piss off. they're potentially dead. At least they're petrified. I guess it's never going to say anything different than they've been turned to stone. Oh, no. Locked. Ah. Birth Valley, where the birthings happen. I don't think we're going to benefit from doing anything else outside of just attacking, so I might as well just do that. Critical hit! Oh, shit! Double boomerang, got him packing. Ew. Like, threw up on him. I guess it's not a doorway. Oh, did I? Hold on. I've been noticing Chaz has just been using... Yeah, I switched over to the... Oh, actually, the steel sword... Okay. So the steel sword by itself actually does more damage. I misread that before. Then I wonder if I misread this. Okay. Now that definitely increases it. Not by much, just one attack point, but still might be worth it. All these bugs puking up shit. Alright, sorry. I gotta get used to like the button format too. It's kind of weird. I've never actually had, well, no, I have, but it's just been so long. I never owned a Sega console outside of the Dreamcast, which I got relatively recently in my life. But I've played Genesis in the past. I've played Saturn in the past, but not for very long. It's usually like visiting a friend or something like that and play for, you know, a couple hours at most. But yeah, especially with the Genesis, the whole 3-button thing, it's very strange to me. I was never a big fan of that. But like, it sort of makes sense how it's laid out with the Xbox controller. I just keep out of instinct trying to press the triangle button or Y button, because that's usually how you open up most menus in RPGs on like a PlayStation type game. Anyway. Use that. Heal up a little bit. Acid breath. Antidote found. Antidote got. Oh, Professor Holt. What on earth? An ancient curse? I can't believe someone is able to cast such a spell in this day and age. Isn't there any way to restore them? I've heard that a medicine called... what? Allschlein. Maybe it's Allschlein? I don't know. Allschlein maybe sounds a little bit better. Allschlein is able to turn stone back to flesh. Where can we find it? I heard about it some time ago in the Motivian village. But we're talking some time ago. Which Motivian village? It's the village of Malcolm, which is far south of here. Alright then, let's get going. Let's see, if you're going to Malcolm, I'll make you a deal. Just 500 Meseta. You devil. I do like the little cutscenes. It's not something that was terribly common back in the day. Probably the first, like, one of the first games to, like, pioneer that type of, you know, cutscene, basically, was Ninja Gaiden on the NES, so it was a ways back, even from this, where, you know, some video games were trying to do little different things, be a little bit more dynamic with how they told the story, but still wasn't terribly common. Honestly, I don't know when this game came out. I suppose I could look it up. There should be the original translation too that came with you know, the US version, so I'm a little surprised because it actually is pretty fluent. I'm thinking maybe late 90s. No way, 1993? Holy shit. I guess it is Genesis, but still. North America 95, okay. See, I was thinking maybe something like 96. Kind of would place it around the same time period as maybe like Chrono Trigger or something like that. Originally in Japan, it seems like it came out in 93, and then the US version was 95, so a couple years later. No idea if it was just like late to the translating game, or if maybe they spent that much time localizing it, who knows. Certainly beats out a lot of other efforts from other RPG games. Gotta heal Han in a sec here too. Oh my god. Holy shit. That Locusta looks scary. Alright. Here, I want to use a vortex on that. I don't know if this earth shit even does anything. We'll give it a try, I guess. Earth still didn't work. Chaz misses attack? You bitch. No, not that. Volcom. This must be it. Place has seen better days. Rune? Hey, Alice, long time no see. Alice, you know this guy? From a long time ago. Is Shorty here your current companion? He's still a kid. Watch what you say. Stop it, you two. More importantly, Rune, what's going on? This is all the handiwork of Zio. Zio? I bet the person who turned the people of Zima into stone is also. Well, your brain seems to work a little bit. You. Cut it out. It seems that everywhere we go, it's always Zio. Who is this Zio? I'm not sure. With the town destroyed, how are we going to find Alsheen? You're looking for Alsheen? In that case, you better go to Tanoe. Tanoe? Let's see, from here it's kind of far. First travel east to the village of Krupp. Krupp. And from there, if you go north, you'll find a valley that leads to Tanoe. We don't have to pass by Krupp, do we? Why? Let's just head straight towards Tanoe. Alice? I haven't decided yet. I'm going to investigate myself to join your group. I've got some business there too. Not so fast. We'd enjoy your company. Alice? Good, we're all set. And Shorty, try not to get in the way. Stop calling me Shorty, my name is Chaz. That's what you said your name was, right? What a stupid name. Alice, I think he's going to be more trouble than he's worth. Huh. I won't get in anyone's way. You already have. I'm a little uneasy about our destination. Yeah, no one cares, Han. Let's see. Just checking my HP, making sure I don't, like, really need to put something on somebody. East, right? Oh god, these things. Well, we got one more partner here, so... Oh, it's Han. Hune and Flali. So let's see what Flali does. Not bad. Come on, Han, you can't keep missing. Oh, goddamn. She only had one of those guys. It's gonna explore a little bit, but now I'm not so sure that's a good idea. Alright, let's check out this town that was up here. The old Krupp. What a load of Krupp. This is the village of Krupp. Han, it's Han, you've come home. Oh, I found Han's hometown. 60? I wonder if this is like, Earthbound, where they up the amount that you need to pay at an inn, depending on the size of your party. It's good to see you home, Han. Saya will be overjoyed to see you. Go see her. Who's Saya? Oh, well... The other day, there was a tremendous amount of smoke coming from the west. I wonder if there was a big fire somewhere. Possibly. This village's most successful citizen is Han, the armorer's only son. He's a professor at Motavia Academy. We're really proud of him. What? Well, if it isn't Han. Finally. Helms, circlets. I guess. Carbon suit. Well, that's kind of expensive, actually. Alright, let's see. Crown. I'm gonna leave Rune's stuff alone. I don't even know if he's gonna be a permanent party member or not. Can I sell? Yes, I can. Oh god, I gotta do this individually too. Like it backs out of the whole thing. Ugh. Oh wait, no. I will say, like, lack of quality of life features when it comes to menu and item navigation probably ticks me off more than it should for a lot of RPGs. I won't call it out probably too often, but just know that I'm annoyed. Han, it's good to see you home. Your pa goes on like that, but you really, but really, he's very proud of you. I know, Ma, but my feelings won't change. Han, considering that you're disinherited, you sure have some gall to step into this house. You don't help in the family business, you just study. What use is that? Pa, right now the whole planet is in serious danger. I want to help with the power of science. That's why I'm studying. The power of science. There's this Saya. See that little island and the big lake near here? The building on that island has been called Soldier's Temple since long ago. Once I swam over there, but there were monsters all over the island. It was frightening, and I came rushing home. Oh, it's real spooky. Saya! Han, you've come home. I'm so happy. Saya, I've missed you. Let me introduce you to everyone. This is my fiancé, Saya. Fiancé? It's a pleasure to meet you. Oh my god, she's absolutely radiant. My name is Saya. Saya teaches the children here in our home. Wow, I'm impressed. Oh no, it's about the only thing I'm capable of doing. Alice and Chaz are hunters. They're assisting me in my task. It's a difficult job, isn't it? Thank you for taking care of Han. Now, don't you worry. Everything will be okay. But if anything were to happen to you, Saya, Han. Oh my god, little PDA. Oh, you too. Is that it? Alright. Well, at least we got a little interaction there. Hey, you know this chick. Cups and plates are neatly arranged in a row. I'm like, you should be able to dig in here, right? Ah! You're no... Wait, what did he say? It's not a good idea to open other people's cabinets. But in this case, Chaz... See? He was with me for a second, but now Alice is having issues. My teacher, Saya, is kind and beautiful. I love her. I think the recent environmental disaster was deliberately caused by someone. What a smart aleck kid. I was about to comment. I'm like, boy, that doesn't seem like the child should be coming out of a child. I want to grow up to be like my teacher, Saya. But I wouldn't like a guy like Han. He's got to be more reliable. I want to use the bathroom, but I'll have to hold it in until class is over. I don't want to miss a thing Saya's teaching. I don't know. I remember kids back in the day, they probably weren't paying attention to the lesson, but sometimes holding it in ain't a good idea. When I grow up, I'm going to ask my teacher Saya to marry me. I made a promise to her. It's true. I'll have to fight Han to the death. That lake there was created by a meteor that struck the planet. A crater filled with water long ago. Unbelievable, huh? No, not really. Son, is that a pig? What a pig this dog is. Oh, it's a dog. Never stops eating. That's why it's so round, though. Bow wow. Gee, what a fat little mutt. You're very rude. Magic item that can use Ryuka power. I'm familiar with Ryona, but Ryuka, I don't know. Escape pipe. Magic item that can use Hina's power. Sometimes quick escapes are handy, so I guess I'll buy one of those. Telepipe, though. God, that might take us to the nearest town or something? I don't know. think there's anything else we need to worry about. Okay, so from this point on, need to head north, I guess? North. The entrance is blocked. No sweat. This should be a cinch. Everybody stand back. Fly Ellie. Wow. It's good attack in battle, too. Wow. Shall we go? The art he just used. I've never seen it before. The technique's different, too. I'm not surprised you've never seen it before. This is what they call magic. Magic? Oh, I did not move them like that. That was weird. Valley Maze. Oh, boy. These guys gonna hit hard, but I think still probably in our best bet to just do attacks. They look gross. A lot of the enemies in this game have a kind of gross look to them, man. That's a lot of enemies. I'll use this hue. Oh my god. That did a lot more damage than I thought it would. Hewing pretty good. If I end up having to back out of here, I might look into getting that armor. That was incredibly expensive. You know, I'm kind of reminded, I believe there was a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure JRPG that was either on the Nintendo or the Super Nintendo. And I feel like, boy, that game looked bad. I've not seen gameplay of it in a while, but from what I recall, it looked awful, for one. But two, the battle system, I think, kind of reminded me of this, where it shows, like, the player characters from behind. And I want to say that maybe it was just like the backs of their heads, which was odd, instead of kind of like from the waist up, but I don't know. Still, just kind of popped into my head. I'm like, oh yeah, that was a game, wasn't it? Gross caterpillars. As a very young child, I remember my grandmother handing me I believe it was a hornworm. It wasn't a hornworm, it was something similar. It's kind of like that weird lime, like bright green color. And that thing gave me nightmares. It was very freaky and very large for a kid at the time. I didn't want to touch it. I don't know if it like literally gave me nightmares, but I remember not liking it. Oh my god, Chaz is dead. I don't know if I could resurrect him. Yeah, Chaz's defense is like really bad. Han's dead too, Jesus. Let's see. Chaz is on the verge of death. That's not what I thought I was going to do. Shit. Alright, so this actually transports us to a town. Yeah, I get the feeling like Rune is not going to be in the party for very long. Let's hope that an inn resurrects them. Oh good, it did. Alright. Shit, I feel like we were just about to get out of that maze, too. Whatever. I'm going to buy the carbon suit, though. I'll buy two of them, one for Han and one for Chaz. Because they are a little bit too spongy right now. Yeah, just attack. Alright. I just kept going left. I don't know if that'll take us where we need to go, but it seemed to do okay for us. We were making some kind of progress. Of course, these things kicked our ass last time. Oh boy. Yeah, not too bad this time around, but it's the long con here. Gonna try to outlast all the encounters. Probably gonna be a boss at the end too. If it's like any sort of traditional JRPG. Usually you gotta fight a boss at the end of the dungeon. Counter rates seems a little steeper this time around. Crosscut. Get that hewn in. Get them out of here. Han leveled up, anti-mastered. Might be an antidote, perhaps? Alice has been taking a lot of hits. I don't really want to mess around with these guys. They hit a little harder than some of the other enemies. Those slugs. Oh shit, did that take us back out? Oh, wait. Alright, good. Ah, Tanoe. I thought maybe it took us like around and completely out back the way we came in. Another very jovial tune. This is Stanoe. Hey, how did you get in here? Are these like cat people? Yeah, I've heard about what's going on in Malcolm. That darn Zio. Out of my way. And stop roaming around aimlessly. I'm not roaming aimlessly, I'm roaming with purpose. Parmenians like to go to war. I refuse to get embroiled in battles started by people like that. Maybe they're dog people because there's like barking incorporated into the music. If I may say so myself, I'm pretty good at making, what, machines? Was it machines or medicines? But I'm no good at cooking. I'd like to bake a cake. Allsheen? I know nothing about it, but if you have questions, you should go to Grandfather Doran. Okay, I don't know what that is. What are these people? I'm the information monger. Grandfather Doran. What exactly do you want to ask? Is it about the secret of refining titanium? No. You want to know why the path to this village is blocked by a rock? No. Then, do you want the measurements of that famous and beautiful hunter Alice Bragwin, also known as the 8-stroke warrior? No. I'm good on all that. Hold on. Audio popped for a second, so sometimes that means the mic disconnects, but it seems like we're good. Then, if you don't have any business here, stop talking to me. I'm really busy. Arr! You know, they're like, I don't know what they are. They're like bird people or something. What are they? They look like Furbies, actually. You know, I lived in Malcolm, but Zio attacked Malcolm. My brother fought valiantly. He just wasn't a match for Zio. My mom and dad both died. My brother and I barely escaped with our lives. Looks like quite high-quality stuff. After all, he is an information dealer. So I might do the last one. Now you're talking. Starting from the top. 36, 20. There we go. I figured it either would get her pissed or it might, like, jog some kind of conversation. Yow, ouch! Oh, what are you doing? How dare you strike me without warning? Huh? Yikes! Alice Brangwin. You blabbing old fart. Do you tell every single fool who comes here my measurements? Oh, help me. Rune. It's you, Rune. Please help me. You don't change, do you, old man? Please excuse him, will you, Alice? The old man doesn't have any bad intentions. That's why I put up with it. Grandfather Doran, I came to retrieve the item I entrusted in your care. Also, these people are looking for Allsheen. If what you want is Allsheen, feel free to take whatever you need. It's in the back of the basement warehouse out back. Go help yourselves. Thank you. Alice, let's go. Oh, wait. That place is unused right now, so it may be a teensy bit dangerous. Grease, will you guide these people? My pleasure. My name is Grease. Nice to meet you. Well, I have business with Grandfather Doran here, so I'll say so long here. Oh yeah, Pipsqueak. I've had enough of you. Don't get any silly thoughts, like taking on Zio into that little head. Huh? Guys, at this stage of the game, you're no match for him. What stage do I need to be at? Maybe our paths will cross again. Alice? Yeah. Take care. Me? Taking on Zio? Thanks, Rune. Just stuck with him, didn't it? Ah, there it comes. Well, we traded out people. Oh, we get to save in a village like this? Oh, that's interesting. Well, Rune was quite good. He had some good abilities there. So it's a shame to have lost him, but I kind of figured. That's why I didn't buy anything for him. It's like I figured that would have been the case anyway. He seemed a little bit too good. I don't know where this place is. Hana, I promise you that one day I will exact revenge. After his little spiel there. Maybe it's back here. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's rusted shut. Oh, there's a little trick to opening this door. By all means. Just hold here, like so, then 1, 2, 3, lift. It opened. Great, let's go in. Basement. Ugh. Veiny frogs. Alright, let's do a couple attacks and see what this guy has. He has Bros and Crash. Poisoned! Crash didn't do anything, alright. Good job. Man, Grease does a lot of attack damage. Alice almost bought it there. Somebody else took a lot of damage too. Guess it might have been Han. Two losers work on the slug, since those seem to die fairly easily, but I need to do Vortex and have Grease attack this frog thing. God damn it, Han. Always missing. Now it's a technique. Just looking. Calm yourself. What was that? Toadstool on the right. I don't know. I don't trust it. Does a lot of damage. Jeez. Preemptive strike on their part. cross-cut. Oh no, Han. Now, crosscut does a decent amount of damage. It's a shame we only got to do it once. We'll come back in here in a sec. Then I want Han to miss out on any experience. I don't seem to have any items that can resurrect anybody, so I gotta jump back, visit the inn. There wasn't an item shop around here, was there? Oh, there's this shit, but... Hey, it's a Parminian. Help! Don't worry, I'm not gonna hurt you. Okay, so these are shops. Oh, good, okay. Medicine that cures paralysis. Wonder how often we'll have to worry about that. Go away! How rude. Oh, the armor store. We already got the new sets of armor we could potentially get. Should get her some new armor. Good lord. Maybe not that good. Can't even afford it. Nope. I'm surprised the leather cloth actually sells for so much. Usually starting armor is like, doesn't sell for anything. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. It's got a circlet carbon suit. This guy's got Titan stuff already, so we don't need to worry about getting him anything. Hold on, I better check and see if any of these shops are weapons. Titan dagger, steel sword, Titan sword. Let me get the Titan dagger because Han could use a new weapon. Okay. Wait, really? Oh, no, I'm looking at Chaz. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. There we go. Okay. Place that old boomerang with the Titan slasher. Should be good enough. Alright, back to it. Ugh. I guess I'll save it. It's a damn shame that Earth does, like, jack shit. I don't even... maybe I'll take a look at the menu and see what it's supposed to do, but... yeah, it doesn't seem to do anything. I've used it several different times against different types of enemies, and each time it seems like, you know, not good enough. And these vortex can die. Oh my god, Han, once again. Barely get a step in here. I don't know, it might be underleveled or something. He's glaring at me. Let's move on. This looks like food, I think. Let's see. I saw the carbon helm. Dagger. Boomerang. Alright, was there a new type of circlet or something? Guess I could get the carbon shield. Can't wear the titanium mail. Oh, shit, he already has it. God damn it. I could just give him 2 shields. He's kind of, almost, really, a little bit useless as an attacking party member. I don't know if his magic would do anything, speaking of which. That's not what I wanted. Let's see. Skills. See, I can't even take a look at him. It'd be nice if I had information. Maybe I could figure out how they work without wasting everyone's time. Not good. Hoping, yeah, okay, there we go. That at least those first 2 will get taken out. Gotta be careful. Okay. Oh my god. 2 steps. That's all I could take. I don't remember what that vision thing does. Hang in there. Dexterity's up. Oh. I'm not sure what the dexterity stat does here. should mock it, but at the same time. Alright. Better safe than sorry. Oh, I see a mouse. Finally, some relatively normal enemies. We got more experience by taking out those three than those waves of whatever the hell we were dealing with last time. $300 Meseta. Oh, critical hit. Ah! Oh shit, I think he got paralyzed. Finally get to see that status effect, I suppose. Well, at least Chaz leveled up. Han is paralyzed. Cannot use technique. Yeah, I did not get the anti-paralysis thing. $500 Beseda. Oh good, a surprise attack in my favor. I was debating whether I wanted to use one on Han or not, but I guess he's only 10 points down, probably not terrible. Let's see. Lots of treasure chests in here, but Titan crown, titanium crown, whatever. Hey, does that... I wonder if I can equip that with Han. I guess not. Alright, well she could definitely make use of that. Regular antidote. Yeah, let's just chance it with attacks. It's only 3 of them. Attack spam. Shit. Came in here for nothing. Not a good situation, but I don't really got anything good enough to face off against him either. Nobody's got a good, like, attack all enemy attack. Except for Alice, which is the basic boomerang attack, but I'm meaning more like magic, I suppose. Oh, wow, no, Alice is down. Shit, I didn't think she'd, of all the people, I didn't think she'd be the one to go down. There might be something down here. I'm gonna take a quick look. Also, I like when she's down, she's leading the party, but she's like as stiff as a board. The door is sealed tightly shut. Alright. Forget it. Let's use the escape pipe. There might be a switch or something to open it. I just have a sinking feeling like there's going to be a boss battle or something before we could actually get to it. So I'm going to exit. I will gracefully exit. At least we got some decent money. Can maybe buy a couple other things. Buy some more items. Alright. Let me take a look at the equipment real quick. Titanium, carbon suit. Carbon suit. Alright. Grease is the only one that's got the titanium equipment all the way through. I can only afford one of them. Maybe if I sell something, but I'm gonna give that to Chaz, though. Not that. Okay, good. Oh wait, that was the overshot. Alright, so we get a titanium mail. And I will put that on Alice. Alright, slowly but surely, everybody gets getting geared up. Amount of grinding and stuff that we need to do to get through this reminds me a bit of kind of like Breath of Fire, especially with all the encounters too. It's not terrible. It's probably not as bad as like the early Breath of Fires, especially the Breath of Fires that were kind of around like 2 and 3 and 1 that were kind of around when this game came out, early 90s. Those could be a little bit rough. We actually did Breath of Fire 2. Specifically, I modified the Super NES version to be like the Game Boy Advance version, because that, in my opinion, was slightly a superior version. Or no, wait, I did a color modification. So I played the Game Boy Advance version, but I did a color mod that makes the colors less bright. Usually when it comes to like the GBA stuff, they make the colors incredibly bright so that you could see them, because, you know, GBA back in the day, this is before the SP came out, no backlight, so you had to make colors as bright as possible if you wanted to see them on, you know, the non-LED screen. So I did a modification for the GBA version where it would kind of revert it back to the original Super Nintendo color palette, which made it look a lot better, a lot easier on the eyes. Anyway, that game was like constant battling and grinding. We did that game start to finish too. That took a while to beat. And then I said, you know what? Maybe I don't want to play another Breath of Fire on stream. It's a little bit much. I don't think this is quite as bad as that one was, but this kind of reminded me like similar pacing where there's just like a lot of battles, a lot of dungeons, a lot of dungeon crawling. Get rid of that frog. That frog scares me. She didn't even hit it, Alice. Good job. Man, ain't nobody hitting shit. You're all missing. Technique Duran has been mastered. I don't usually do a whole lot of RPGs on stream either. It's we've done a handful of them. I think my favorite one, probably my top two, if I could say for certainty, was probably Final Fantasy IX and Skies of Arcadia. I think I enjoyed Skies of Arcadia a little bit more. You could tell I was really getting into that one because I was going crazy on like the voices and shit when I was reading stuff. It was fun, but it was my first time playing Skies of Arcadia. I'd never played it before, and the setting and everything was right up my alley. Sky Pirates, kind of like steampunk type setting. It was all about exploration and venturing off into the unknown and pirate battles, ship-to-ship stuff. Very, very cool game. It was one of my favorite JRPGs, hands down. And streaming it blind was one of my funnest streaming experiences. But Final Fantasy IX would be like a close second, just because I love that game so much, and I had a good time streaming that one as well. But we've done a few others. We've done, like I mentioned, Breath of Fire 2. Still enjoyed it because that game was really fun for me when I had originally played it, and I always wanted to kind of go back because I don't even know if I even finished it originally. I can't remember, but fun to go all the way through and beat it start to finish because it is somewhat of a difficult JRPG. Not JRPGs, I mean, some people have the mindset that they're easy because you could just, grind your way to the finish and, get up to a certain level, but it takes a certain amount of dedication, much like training in real life. You have to actually apply yourself if you want to get to a satisfactory level in order to beat the game. So, I mean, there is that aspect to it, but I still enjoyed playing it quite a bit. Even if we did do a lot of grinding. I've done Final Fantasy... What other Final Fantasies have I done? We just finished up partially 7, and I almost streamed start to finish 7 originally. That's still a fun one. Not like the best ever, but I'd enjoy it. Alshleen, we got it. So this is the Alshleen. Okay, let's hurry and return to Zima and help those people out. Do you think I can go along? My own town was destroyed by Zio. I couldn't save my father or my mother. One way or another, I need to get my revenge. Hey, Grease, we're not necessarily making this journey for the purpose of defeating Zio. But didn't that tall guy who was with you say something like that? Oh, that. He was just arbitrarily saying stuff. Either way, I can't stay in this town forever. I'm coming along even if you refuse to take me. Grease. Come on, Chaz. There's nothing wrong with that. Grease could be quite a help, and after all, no one knows what's going to happen from here on out. Great. Once again, good to be working with you. Yeah, whatever. Let's get going. Oh, shit. Let's see what that was, if that was in fact anything. We've done Final Fantasy X on stream, which I love Final Fantasy X. The stream was kind of whatever. It wasn't like one of the best ones I've done, really stick with me. I feel like I want to stream it again, because again, 10 is one of my favorites, and the stream that I did of it was the HD version, which not only does it mess with the visuals, sort of, which I didn't like, but in retrospect, wasn't too keen on that. But on top of that, it like changed some of the game mechanics too. Not mechanics necessarily, I guess I shouldn't say that, but it like changed, like it brought in like the international super bosses and stuff, which prevented me from going to certain areas, which I got ticked off about. I'm like, wait a second, this wasn't in the original version. So I just wasn't happy with like that aspect of it as well. Even though we got through it like relatively fine with a little hassle and whatever, but still. I would have liked to have played the original US version. So maybe at some point I'll go back and restream that game just on account of that. I'm gonna do it again. Other Final Fantasy we've done. Look how old and rusted this is. It won't budge. Shit. Alright. You know what? I'm going to use the escape pipe. Oh, there was one treasure chest I wanted to get, but it was at the entrance of this place, so... but Final Fantasy 12, also another one of my favorite Final Fantasy games. But yeah, that was another one, Zodiac Age version, where it had a lot of extra content, so couldn't do everything because it was just a bit much. The game is a little on the long side too, so that one I kind of felt took a while. It was just money. I'm trying to think if there was another one. I feel like there was another RPG that I did, but I don't remember what it was. Oh, we did a Super Mario RPG. I guess that's technically one, even though it doesn't quite feel as traditionally like a JRPG like a lot of these other games, but Super Mario RPG we did last year. Earthbound, I guess I could count too. Those are more recent. There was a time where I felt like I was doing like one RPG a year at least. Like we got one in at the very least. But again, they're games that take so long to complete. I think if I do another Final Fantasy, I'm trying to think of which one I want to do. Maybe 8, because I still to this day feel like I have never given 8 a fair shake. And I always say, it's not one of my favorites. But I've tried to replay it several times, and I can never finish it. I get maybe to the end of disc 1 at that's about the longest I play, and then I put it down. And I just feel like actually popping it on stream will kind of help me stay more committed to it. I played it once as a kid. It was kind of just a little bit after finishing 9 and 7, and I didn't like it nearly as much as those two games, but I still finished it. I think with the aid of a Game Shark, but I still beat it. And I remember there was cool parts about it. There's still pieces of that game that I think are great. You know, whether it's just like a visual thing or part of the story or whatever, but there's still parts about it that kind of stick with me. And I've got a couple friends that consider that, maybe, I don't know, either their favorite or like one of the best Final Fantasy games. These days I feel like it's fairly divisive. Like, it's kind of one of those love-hate things. People either love it or they really don't care for it, so... buy a handful of these because it seemed to be out. Buy a couple of these too. And just one of those. I think everybody's, let me see. Titanium, think I could get a titanium sword for Chaz. Thank you, Akiri. I appreciate the lurk. Carbon suit. He might have been able to wear a titanium mail. I don't remember. I'd have to take a look. Might step back into the dungeon here just to earn a little bit more money. I think we got all the items though, so I don't need to like explore too long. But it might not be a bad idea just to like grab a couple things. I really hate those frogs. Do a decent amount of damage and they can potentially poison characters too, which ain't great. Abe Frog. Let me take a look real quick, because now I'm curious. I could take a look at I keep a record of all my streams. Let's see. Skies of Arcadia, that was on the Dreamcast. Let's see. Final Fantasy, I've done 9, 7, 7 Rebirth, 7 Remake. Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Age. Oh yeah, 16. 16 didn't feel like an RPG though, so I don't count it. But that was just last year. Same with Strangers of Paradise. Action RPGs, I guess, but I'm thinking like traditional JRPGs. I did stream Final Fantasy 15 very briefly. I think maybe 2 or 3 times, but that was one that was done along with 12. Let's see, any other like big series RPGs? I guess Mass Effect is RPG-ish, but again, it's another JRPG or action RPG, not JRPG like I'm thinking. Oh yeah, there was Yakuza Like a Dragon. That was last year. I guess that's a harken back to the old turn-based JRPG. Game Boy Advance, Breath of Fire 2. What do we do on GameCube? Only Eternal Darkness. Let's see. PlayStation 1, we got there. Nothing. PS2. Nothing. No RPGs there. PS3. Oh, the South Park, The Stick of Truth. That actually, yeah, that's turn-based, sort of traditional RPG-ish, so I guess I could count that. Boy, that was a long time ago, too. It was like 2014, something like that. That was a ways back. Let's see. Super Nintendo, Earthbound, and Super Mario RPG, like I had mentioned before. There can't be anything on like Xbox consoles. I seriously doubt that. Yeah, no, okay, so that might be it as far as all the RPGs I've done. Still, it's a decent grip of them, but yeah, it's they're just so long form in their format. It's kind of hard to like will myself up and say, all right, definitely going to be doing an RPG this time around. So far, this is the like highest amount of RPGs I've ever done. Not consecutively, but kind of like close to each other. What with, I mean, I guess if you count stuff like Final Fantasy 16, but, you know, last year we did Like a Dragon and Super Mario RPG and Earthbound, and we did a bit of old school Final Fantasy 7, and now we're doing Phantasy Star IV here, and I plan on starting Chrono Trigger, so there's still plenty of RPGs that I do want to play eventually. I just got that Third Age. I'm so curious about that one. Had this not gotten redeemed, I probably would have been checking that out. Apparently it's fairly short, like a 20-hour game or something like that. Nothing too crazy, but definitely something that sort of piqued my interest. A Lord of the Rings turn-based RPG. It sounds like it could be fun. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll check that out later this year or something. Not saying 100% for certain, but kind of something I want to take a look at. And then after we finish up with Chrono Trigger, whenever that's going to be, I mean, there's still other things that I might potentially want to get into. I had talked about some stuff on the PS3, particularly Folklore is one that I want to do. There's that one that I've had for a while, and I can't even remember the name of it, but it's on the Xbox 360, and it's still exclusive to 360. What the hell is the name of it? Trying to see if I could see it, but I can't. Is it Lost Odyssey? That might be it. Let me type that in and see if that pulls up. Oh, it is Lost Odyssey. Okay. So Lost Odyssey is the other one that is something I've been hanging on to for a long time now. And definitely a game I want to check out. We had talked about that one when I was streaming Final Fantasy IX, but a lot of the devs that were working with Square that worked on Final Fantasy IX at the time went on to do Lost Odyssey. And apparently it's got a very similar gameplay mechanic in terms of, like, if you remember the abilities that, how Final Fantasy IX worked, it's like each weapon had an ability that you could potentially learn. So sometimes you'd have to leave on certain equipment for longer periods of time just to make sure that you gain those abilities permanently and you can use them with any piece of equipment that you choose. So I don't know, I like that. It sort of reminded me of the Materia system, but it was a little bit slightly more complex. There's a little bit more to it. And apparently the Lost Odyssey game has something similar to that, so. There's also a handful of other, like, Nintendo-type consoles that have RPGs on them as well. The Wii, in particular, has got one. The Last Story, which apparently that was also made by some ex-Square devs, so that might be cool to take a look at some point. A few years ago, seemed to me like Wii games were starting to climb up in price, so I started looking around for a lot of different things that I thought, yeah, you know what, I might want to play this one day before it becomes unobtainable. And especially the Wii is sort of a pain in the ass. It's fairly easy to emulate, but my biggest problem with it was, oh shit, did I already buy? God damn it. I made a mistake. Oops. I think we already got the Titan mail and everybody that we need to. Shit. Well, whatever. Alright. No, not that. Anyway, the problem with emulating Wii stuff is the motion controls, basically. And while I don't think that one game, like The Last Story, had a whole lot of motion controls that I needed to worry about, I still feel like it would be better to play it on the actual console, as opposed to try and emulate that and get all that weird shit set up. But yeah, Wii games, I wanted to make sure I had what I wanted now, before they became, like, unobtainable, basically. There we go. Give him that titanium sword. Well, I gotta tell you, I really can't take that town music. It's a little over the top. Hey, instead of going through that cave, Zima, right? Oh, there they go. Hope they brought plenty. Oh, why it's you, hon. By golly, this is some place. There are just tons of relics from an earlier civilization all over the place. You've come at the right time. You too. Professor Holt, this is no time for that kind of thing. Do you know you were turned into stone by Zio? Oh, really? Well, here I am now, as good as due, so not to worry. Alright, let's reopen the investigation immediately. Han. Yes, sir. Go back to the academy. Give them a report on the state of affairs here. Yes, sir. Good. We're off further into Birth Valley. What a strange old man. Oh well, at least we've settled one problem. I'm so sorry, he didn't even say a word of thanks. Well, he's just that kind of guy. Oh, don't worry about that, Han. Well, I'm kind of tired after getting this job done. Let's take it easy for today, eh, guys? Or Chaz? I thought that was it, like G. I'm like, wait, who's Gaz? Okay. Oh. He's got a cup. I'm going to return to the academy. I've got to report about what's been happening till now. Okay, what about you, Grease? You're talking about me? I'm going off to conquer Zio, even if that means me alone. Let's not be so rash. I don't care whether it's rash or not. I've already made up my mind. We've come to a good break point, what with one job done. Normally at this junction we would go back to the town of Aido, where the guild is located. Ah! Somebody's screaming. What was that? Someone's screaming! Now, one of these things. How are we going to get in with that creature blocking the way? We'll have to destroy it. Now? Apparently. Vortex. See if that crash works against it now. 125, not bad. Oh, hey. Didn't even show any damage was done, but it still worked. How is it now, Alice? Well, it's a little better now. It's a curse! It's because we've violated the sacred area that something like this is happening. A curse? I wonder what's further inside. What's going on? The professor's still in there. Alice? I'll keep it to 1,000 Meseta. My wedding fund. Yeah, too bad. Bitch, should have thought of that before getting involved in this. Kind of wondering if I should go back to the inn just so I can get those abilities back up, but whatever. Maybe we won't need them. Surprise attack, we'll just lead with, oh nice. Basic melee stuff. Yeah, I always like revisiting past areas. Just be able to blitz through these enemies, no problem. The monsters from the depths, sir. Professor Holt has gone into the depths and has not returned. Maybe it's too late. No! Little lighting effect there. Bioplant. Oh, look at this. Yikes, what's that? We're going to die. Stop cowering. Men are such cowards. It's nothing. That's true. There's some writing here. Sterilization treatment completed. Please follow the line on the floor. I don't like the sound of that. robots. Ooh, these do a lot of damage. Thinking it's skill. It's not. It says to follow the yellow line, but I go my own way. Cure Corral, alright. It's fairly expensive. They're killing him. Make sure I get that quick because I wasn't sure that I wouldn't be able to hit this thing and then have Han die, which would not be good in this situation. No items up there. Symmetrical room, but not in terms of contents. Ooh, they got machine guns. Not the... Should look a little more humanized. Keep attacking. So far, nothing we haven't been able to handle. I just don't know any restorative techniques. Missed. Goddamn, hit the one in the center 3 times and nothing worked. Something about this, like, graded thing reminds me of Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake on the MSX. Well, a section that kind of looks like this, I guess. Whoa! Right off the bat. Whoa, Jesus! Yeah, I don't like the look of this thing. I'm gonna use a vortex on it. But let's use a monomate on Han. I don't feel like he's gonna be able to survive. Ah, shit! Got him. God damn it. Attack too soon. Got Alice too, god damn. Yeah, we're in a bad position. What is Heinous? Oh, that's the teleport out. Oh, well. I was gonna do that anyway, because I figured there was probably nothing we could do. But yeah, that's still disappointing. Man, oh boy, I don't know. Let's take a look at the armor shop, see if there's anything new here. What is this? Oh. Broad axe, you say? Grease can use that. Large axe made of titanium alloy. What does Grease have anyway? Well, titanium axe, this thing is another titanium axe, but it's called something different. I don't know if it's gonna be better or not. Grouped suit? Grouped shield. Sure, why not? Oh yeah, it's better. Not by much, but still. Since you can't equip any of the titanium stuff. Nothing else here. Well, we can help out Han with these. Not too much else though. I'll buy the broad axe, I guess. Take a chance on it. Oh, good. More defense, too. Alright, let's sell what we had, just in case I want to go back and get some other stuff. Okay. Check out an item store. One thing I'm surprised by is that there's nothing that seems to bring back characters from Knockout. Which is, I don't know. I don't like that. Wasn't, I guess Earthbound was like that. It was a pain in the ass in Earthbound, too. God damn. Hey, what's up, Lyra? How you doing tonight? Yeah, but Earthbound was a pain in the ass because I couldn't resurrect anybody, like, in battle. It wasn't a feature that I loved. I don't like games that don't do that. I need some kind of Phoenix down. Something. Just woke up. Oh, alright. Doing the night owl shift. No, you're good. I've only been streaming for a couple hours. I might have a couple left in me, who knows? I don't know, I'm feeling kind of tired tonight, so we'll see how long I get through, but I want to see what's at the end of this thing at the very least. I don't know how long this section's going to take, but it seems interesting. I don't know if you're familiar with the Phantasy Star series. I certainly am not, but this was a... the channel points on Twitch, I've got a little reward redemption for people that stick around long enough. If you choose to use your points, I will play whatever game you redeem it for. But Drunk Scoob had redeemed this for Phantasy Star IV, which I've never played any of the Phantasy Star games, so. I've seen your dad and brother play it way back then. See, for me, I rarely got a chance to play any sort of Sega stuff. I had one friend that I went to his house maybe like 3 times. He had Sega stuff. And I had a cousin or something. I don't even remember what his relation was. He was related to the family somehow. That had a Sega Genesis, and I remember playing a little bit of Sonic on that. But like those like were my only childhood experiences of playing Sega games. I don't even think like at the stores there was ever like a Sega demo station. I don't think it existed. It was always like Nintendo stuff. Even at the dentist's office, when they had the video game set up that you could play, it was always Super Nintendo. I remember playing Donkey Kong Country there. Somebody's afflicted with something. But I am very inexperienced when it comes to Sega stuff in general, outside of the Dreamcast, because I actually own that. Basically, reverse for you. I got you, because it's had any SNES. Your brother and I always bashed Nintendo. I had no problem playing it. It's cool, I guess. Yeah, console wars were hot back in the day. I blame Sega for that. They were the ones that were always starting shit. Rat bastards. But yeah, like my closest friends always had Nintendo stuff, so generally when it came time for like me to get a console and video games of my own, I always gravitated towards the Nintendo stuff because that's what my friends had. The console war stuff didn't even faze me. I was like not even around for that. Even at school, it's funny, at school there was no console warring, but nobody talked about Sega at all. Nobody had like a Genesis or a Saturn or anything. So I remember the first time I played Genesis was at my cousin's place. He had Sonic. I didn't know what the hell Sonic was. Well, I guess I knew Sonic from the TV show, but I had never like seen a Genesis before. Because when they told me, it was funny. He was blind, and they were talking about, oh yeah, it's amazing how he can play video games because he like listens for the sound. And I'm like, what more game he's playing? And then he was playing Sonic, which I'd never seen before. And I remember he handed me the controller to play it, and I'm like, what the hell is this? It didn't look like a Super Nintendo, and it was missing a few buttons, and I'm like, what? I didn't understand it. It was weird. But eventually later on, obviously I figured it out a handful of years later, but still very bizarre to me at the time. Because Genesis just like, it wasn't a thing. But it's funny how that worked out though, because thinking back, I can't even believe how absent Sega products were. I don't know if it was just like regional around here or what, but yeah, like nobody had that shit. God, I hate these enemies. What do I want to do here? There's a vortex or something, I guess. I don't trust that somebody's like not gonna die here, so I'm gonna have Chaz get healed. He's leveled up. But yeah, these days, I mean, ever since, I don't know, probably about 7-8 years ago or something like that, when I started getting into collecting retro games, I'm like, I should really start looking into getting some Sega stuff. I really wanted Rocket Knight, and I never got it. That game's just like started getting way too expensive for me, but it's like that was one that I always wanted. I was low on health here. I never really liked Sonic. I had the Sonic on Game Boy Advance, and it definitely wasn't my favorite game. Even I try to play Sonic games these days, I can't do it. I don't know, there's something about it that's not fun for me. One of these days I'll play through a Sonic game all the way through, but boy. Yeah, those do not jive with me. I'm trying to think if there's any like other major things. I always wanted to do like It's funny because when it came to like Genesis and Super Nintendo, there always seemed to be like mirror games. It was like games made by the same company, but there were differences enough where they were completely different games. So I grew up with Super Nintendo, so I played, for instance, X-Men Mutant Apocalypse, which is a brutally hard game, but it is a very fun one, made by Capcom. But on the Genesis side of things, there was X-Men Clone Wars, which a lot of people say is a really good game. Never had the chance to play it. I think one of these days I'm gonna have to. Yeah, you like it? All right. See, everybody I know that talks about it. Oh shit, wrong category. Says it's a really good game. Mutant Apocalypse was such a great game too, but god damn, it was hard as balls. I don't know. It seems like Clone Wars doesn't have that same reputation for being like ungodly hard. I feel like Mutant Apocalypse was a much more difficult game just because I don't hear about people complaining about the difficulty about Clone Wars. The game was rough. Professor, thank goodness you're safe. Oh, it's you, Han. You came to rescue me. Good job. Well, it seems pretty safe here. But how on earth were you able to escape on your own? Is that Dr. Light? Might as well be. Well, you see, this person here came to my rescue. Who? Oh my god, a cat girl. Welcome, everybody. I'm glad to have you here. What? Who are you? My name is Rika. Pleased to meet you. Also, your brother, dad, and you were puzzled at the intro where you had to reset. Oh, I've heard about that. Your Genesis. It was the first thing you ever experienced on a console. Kind of like an MGS meta thing. Yeah. I've heard about that. I've never actually seen it done, but there is a portion of the game. And apparently there's a variant of the Sega Genesis where it doesn't even have like a reset button. So I don't know what the hell you're supposed to do with that. But there's, yeah, I've heard about that before. Those ears. What on earth are you? And what is this place? This is the bioplant. Oh, of course, the bioplant. It's a research facility for bioengineering created by a 1,000-year-old civilization. This is from an ancient advanced civilization? Isn't it always? Is it still operational? There's lights going off everywhere, and it looks very, very clean. I think it is. Oh, yes. What's more, this isn't the only one. There are many such systems that have maintained their functionality. And it's thanks to these systems, which control Moldavia's climate, soil, and ecology systems, that the human race was able to avoid total destruction after the Great Collapse. Really? Is that true? Afraid so. If that's the case, how come this recent environmental destruction is taking place? Even though the control system is still functioning, it can barely maintain the minimal conditions for your existence. Even now, the system is starting to run out of control. Chaz, do you understand? Like, the most clueless of all characters, why would you even ask him? What? Well, does that mean that the recent increase in biomonsters is coming from here? Yes, unfortunately so. If you want to know more, talk to Seed. He's over there. Seed? Sneed. Ah, of course, Sneed. Here he is. So where's this person called Seed? He's right in front of you. It's not a he, but more of an it. What's going on? I am Seed, the control computer for this bioplant. Wow, an artificial intelligence. I can't believe it. That's right. This is no exception. Check my status here. The system is beyond my control. It is continuously breeding harmful monsters, just as I thought. If we leave each of these systems running out of control, along with the monster problem, we will have abnormal climate conditions and violent changes in the planet's surface. Ah, I knew it. Climate change is all because of monsters. Otavia will be destroyed. What shall we do? The only thing we can do is shut down the system. Immediately ready to take an axe to it. But stopping the system itself will cause problems. We won't be able to maintain the ecosystem. That's better than this system ruining everything. And these systems are spread out all over the place. Don't worry. All we have to do is shut down the plant Nervous, which supplies energy to each system. that will shut them all down. First, please rescue the control android Demi. Oh my god, android girls, Neko girls. This is a cornucopia. She's the only one that can stop Nervous. Rescue? What do you mean rescue? Right now, Demi is being held hostage by a man named Zio. Zio again! Who on earth is this Zio? I myself don't know what Zio's all about. So all we have to do is rescue this Demi, right? Or is she being held hostage? She is with Zio. And the name of that castle is Zio's Fort. Oh, that's convenient. Is that by any chance beyond the quicksand of Mile? All these names I'm not familiar with. I haven't seen any of them. They haven't mentioned any of these places yet. Oh, that sinister looking castle north of Zima. It's a pretty long way to go. But having heard all this, we have no choice. It's been a long time since I felt so excited. And while we're at it, why don't we get rid of that disgusting character Zio? Hey, that's the spirit. So, will you go? Please take Rika with you. Who's this girl anyway? She seems curiously knowledgeable about these matters. She is my child. Are you saying that she's an artificial life form? That's right. She is a product of thousands of years of improvement on genetic information from a prototype prior to the Great Collapse. I've also given her a basic education. She will surely be a great help to you. Alright, Seed. We'll take her. Thank you. I've always wanted to be able to see the outside world. Rika, take care. Okay, let's get going to Zio's fort. I must first go back to the academy. We have to spread this information as much as possible. And out we go. Hey, what about the girl? Oh, here she comes. Never mind. There is only one way for me to stem the outbreak of monsters. Now that I have sent into the world the fruit of 1,000 years worth of research, there are no obstacles to its execution. Uh-oh. All the screens went red. That doesn't look good. We're outdoors! Wow, I didn't know the sky was so blue. These flowers. I thought you had a basic education. They're so beautiful. How lovely. Being cooped up all this time underground. Everything must be so novel. Immediately something explodes. Oh no. What was that? An explosion. Seed. Rika, you must carry on the will of Seed. Oh, we know specifically it was the computer? I mean, the screens did go red, but... You can't look back now. I know. They were like ready to destroy the system, and they're like, no, wait. They thought better of it because it's like, okay, we have to like maintain this stuff. What's the point of exploding if, I mean, hopefully the systems remained intact. But I don't know what's going on. So all that was for nothing, and the planet is screwed anyway because Seed is gone and no longer maintaining the balance of whatever the things were that were helping control the planet. Anyway. We're currently in Zima now. I wish there was a map. It says we need to go north of here, I guess? Oh, the bridge is fixed. Okay. That makes more sense. Oh my god. Are those robotic scorpions? Or just regular ones? What can you do? Illusion. She's got healing. What? This ain't looking good. Yeah, hair attacks ain't really doing a whole lot. I think I'm gonna use a monomate on Han. Oh, there we go. Jeez. Maybe we're not ready to can't do that just yet. Back to town. Rika seemed to be able to handle herself alright, but otherwise, we're kind of getting our ass handed to us. Anyway, there are other games that kind of like paralleled each other. There was obviously Castlevania 4, which is some consider the best, or one of the best at the very least, Castlevania games. I like it quite a bit, but what was it? Bloodlines, I believe, is the one on Genesis. Kind of has a counterpart like that. There was the arcade port of Turtles in Time, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, on Super NES, which is a really good port. And then, comparatively, there was the Hyperstone Heist on Genesis, which apparently wasn't too much different. I don't remember anything about the specs, comparatively speaking, between the Super Nintendo and the Genesis, so I don't know if the Genesis was at all capable of rendering games or having more information better than the Super Nintendo was, but, you know. Strictly on a technical level, that doesn't mean necessarily that any devs were able to capitalize on that per se. I guess I can't make it over there. Must be a crack in the floor. Alright. Ooh, what are these? Oh, I thought those were staffs, not guns. Starting to get behind this, not the battle music, but the background music for this area. Double slash has been mastered. Dimate? Medicine that restores HP. Must be better than the Monomate. A ceramic knife? I can imagine that probably isn't great. Let's see. Oh boy, the music just freaked out. It's better than the titanium dagger, surprisingly. Alright. I don't know if that's ceramic or not, but CRMC. First thing I think of. There's a door there, but hold on. Investigate the rest of this crap, see if there's anything I can get. Every time I play a JRPG of some sort, I always think of it in terms of like classes, like you'd have with Final Fantasy, so I just try to like register who would be like good at whatever. I think Han might be the closest thing to like a white mage of some sort. Seems like a lot of his attacks, or at least his skills and abilities, correspond with buffs and debuffs, and he doesn't have that great of an attack power. Oh my god, and he died. You bastard, Han. Maybe I wasn't paying attention to the health, actually. I just noticed Alice is like real low down too. But Everybody else seems to be kind of more combat focused, so... Ceramic mail. Actually, I'll give that to Alice, maybe. Defensive power, 41 to 51, a whole 10-point increase. That's not bad. I'm not going to exit out since we have 4 party members. Han's going to be missing out on some experience, unfortunately, but just have to see if we can tolerate that. Notice he has that Ryuka now too. I didn't see that he had that before. Which that can transport us. I think that's the one anyway. That can transport us between cities. Getting some decent level ups here, but this place isn't too terrible with the damage output on these enemies, but it's still not great. Uh-oh, a gold bot. I don't know if that's worse or same or better. Moonshot. There are lights flashing. I know what it is. Move over, Jazz. Wow, pretty impressive. It's a pretty hard security code to break, but there. We can now access the main computer's memory. What's this? Look, it says that this spaceship is the spaceship that escaped from Parma 1,000 years ago. What, really? But Parma exploded 1,000 years ago. Oh, you know about that? Yes, I learned about it at the Academy. Parma, the first planet of the Algo solar system, was destroyed in AW 1284 when the artificial satellite Gyra crashed into it. Today, the only vestige of Parma is the asteroid belt. But there were people that were able to escape. According to the records, just before the explosion, some people were able to escape. The spaceship was damaged and became trapped in orbit around Motavia. They floated around in space until all the humans aboard died, but the computer was able to sustain itself with its self-repairing mechanisms. They all died? Seems like it made a habitable land in there. Those little spheres, eco-bubbles or whatever. According to the flight chart, the orbit slowly decayed over the last 1,000 years. The ship finally crashed here. But that means all the Parmanians have perished? Wait, this is not the only ship that escaped from Parma. It seems that other similar ships were able to escape successfully. Most of them landed either in Motavia or Desalis, but it looks like some of them went right out to the Algo solar system. I can't get an accurate number, but it looks like some tens of ships. So they're still continuing their flight, somewhere in the universe. This place was completely deserted before, wasn't it? This place was our home. Oh well. It may be that just coming out of it alive was a miracle. I was like kind of surprised there was anything here anyway. What is the name of this place? Nalia. This is the town of Nalia. I guess I could have just asked her, but I don't think it's inhabitable anymore. The house was safe, but considering what's coming, I have a feeling it would be better if we moved. Probably. I have no idea where we would go. It's so hard to leave a place where you've lived for so long. Ain't that the truth? I'm happy that this house was miraculously saved, but we get harassed every day. If this is the way it's going to be, I'd rather it was all destroyed. Getting harassed. They're not getting attacked or anything. The monsters are just coming out and like heckling them. My friends don't talk to me anymore. I'm so lonely. Why? The lady across the street who used to be so kind is now ill-tempered all the time. I just can't trust anyone anymore. Hey, doesn't it look like there's a machine in the middle of that big hole? We want to see what it is, but on the other hand, it's kind of scary and no one dares go near it. Oh yeah, I found out. I saw the secrets. Rain leaks into the other room. That's why we're sleeping in this room. Free water. Mommy, the wind is cold. Sleep behind the wall. We don't have the money to fix the house. What shall we do? Alright. I thought there might be something in the water. I guess I was wrong. You know, right after the meteorite fell, some kind of army came rushing across the bridge from the west. And then, just when we had the thought they returned to the west, we found the bridge was destroyed. I wonder if they came from Aedo. Who in the world were they? I don't know. Someone right next to you. You're talking nonsense again. Has the meteorite made you dim-witted? Jeez. About 3 months ago, a large meteorite fell just outside of town. And look what has happened. What in the world did we do to deserve this? You were in its trajectory. Ah, the tool store. Still nothing we need. The same old crap that they've always been selling. I need something that can resurrect my allies, or a tent or something. This town may be doomed, but it may be a smart idea to relocate as soon as possible to somewhere like Aedo. Why was my house destroyed and the house across the street was not? It's not fair, don't you agree? Makes me so mad. You got a tent? Hey, let's just accept our lot. My wife didn't used to be like this. I can stop ignoring my friend now, can't I? I want to be friends and play together again. I guess that's it for this town. I'm gonna go back in here just because I feel like I missed something. Possibly. Probably wouldn't hurt to get a little more experience from these guys too. Especially with Han that missed out on so many battles because he died. Who took that? Oh, it was Rika. Somebody took like a really big hit. God damn it, Han! Once again. You son of a bitch. And it's like I always feel like the characters are within a maintainable amount of HP. And then sometimes the enemies will do, you know, like sub 10 damage, and then sometimes they'll do like 20 or more than that. So you could like never reliably predict what it's going to be. Oh, wait. My bad. Ceramic shields and 1,500 money. Oh. I guess I can't equip that. Nobody else is using a shield, right? Rika's got 2 claws. Oh, it's kind of just dead weight at this point. Kind of wish he went back to the academy. Go back to your academy, Han. We don't need you. Alright, maybe we didn't miss too much. I think it's just that one, might have been that one room. Doesn't hurt getting a little more money, though. Experience for the living. Okay, I don't think there's any deviant paths from this point onward. Just checking to see if there's anything else I can interact with here. Alright, well, it seems like we got everything, so that's good. Wrong one. No shops here, unfortunately. Guess we'll have to take a peek at something along the way. Want to try and upgrade anything. Alright, let's see. Let's get it saved. Haven't seen the sandworms in a while. Quick to attack, too, I see. Oh, shit. Drop my controller. Master Zan. There's a cave over here. Let's see what's in the town. Ah, Aedo. This is Aida, a fluid town. All kinds of things flow in and out from all over the place. Sounds kind of gross. Why, if it isn't Alice, welcome home. This is Aedo, the fluid town. Okay, yeah, they'll say the same thing. Same track of mind. Hey, Alice, you look just as beautiful as usual, with your hair fluttering in the wind. You're one attractive woman. Well, see you later. Well, what was that all about? Did he call him a geek? I accidentally skipped past that. Maybe he's being forced to say those things. Hey, you guys over there, what are you talking about? Real geek over here. I recently moved here from Nalia. My wife went to the market and hasn't come back yet. What is she doing? Women be shopping, am I right? There are 2 weapons and armor stores in this town. If you want to get good quality stuff, you better go to the store near the Hunters Guild. Oh, it's you, Alice. I don't need to tell you all this. You tell me. I could use a refresher. I've come from Xena to peddle my wares, but look at this town. It's already got a pretty impressive marketplace. But I still have to sell the wares I brought. Otherwise, I'll be too embarrassed to go home. In the middle of town is a market. Behind it is the Hunters Guild. Isn't it a big town? I guess. Our pet dog is missing. We've searched this town from one end to the other. It pains me to see the children so crestfallen. Odd term to use. Can't even go looking for them, I'm so afraid. There are monsters roaming outside the town. There's the option of asking for help at the Hunters Guild, but would there be a hunter who would go find a dog? Maybe for the right price. Rocky. That's my dog's name. I wonder where he could have gone off to. Probably fighting with one of those other dogs. One named Creed, I think. Fortune teller named Mito is one of the best. Like last time, she was right on the money about where my husband was stashing his secret savings. There she be. Oh, it's you, Alice. Thanks for everything. The other day. For you, I'll tell you your fortune for free. No, don't. I don't seem to be in a good shape today. Come back some other time. Alright. Maybe when I need to, know something, I guess. I'm a hunter, but I haven't been able to find work lately. That's because there's some woman called Alice who's getting all the work. Hey, well, if it isn't Alice, why don't you send some work my way once in a while? Don't talk rubbish. Work is not something that gets sent to you. You have to go out and get it. It was really scary last time. Formidable army rushed past Aedo. Can't go without a drink. I feel safe here because we don't get too many suspicious-looking people. He's wearing like one of them honeybee inn outfits. There's a bar in the Hunters Guild, too. That's a place where hunters congregate. Regular people are too afraid to go in there. Oh, Alice, what a rare surprise to see you here. If you came here to see me, I welcome you heartily. Maybe I'll have to treat you, I'll have you treat me again next time. I'm like, wait a second, she's not gonna be treating the bartender. Ahem, there's no one here to even hear, there's no one to hear me even if I cough. Boy, it's lonesome. Is this the guild? I want to get the good shops. Guarding the prison is no easy job. It's so boring. Hey, Alice, you rotten. Thanks to you, I've ended up in here. I thought that was a mummy in there. I guess those are the prison garbs that they wear. Well, there's the 2 weapon shops. It's you? I don't know who hired you, but don't even think about it. Even if you had an infinite number of lives, it wouldn't be enough. I haven't died yet. This town is relatively peaceful, thanks to us. I hear that other towns are plagued with disasters. In one case, an entire town burnt to the ground. It's been said this is all Zio's doing. I wonder if it's true. This is just between you and me. The cave to the north of Aedo leads to the area beyond the hills. No one who's ever gone into the cave has come back alive. I wonder what is even beyond that cave. Welcome. If you have come to the Hunters Guild where we enrich the lives of hunters, the enrollment area is over there. For those of you hunters who have already joined, I'd like to give you information available about job listings. Currently listed are... These are the jobs that are currently offered. Any applications? This is a request from a ranch owner at the village of Mile. Sandworms at my ranch have become so big that I'm at my wit's end. Please help me. That is my message. Fee offered is 5,000 Meseta. Yeah, why not? In that case, please go to Mile and get more details from the rancher. I don't think we've been there yet, or have we? No, they mentioned it. I don't think we've actually been there, though. Monsters have recently become extremely strong, making combat with them difficult. Better think about a new profession pretty soon. Hey, Alice, you're still as attractive as ever. Why don't you go out with me once in a while? Thanks, I'll consider it when you become more of a man. Oof. It's been a big army going in and out of that cave up north. Must be Zio's troops that we've been hearing about. This man has an army, too? My, Alice is quite a looker, but aren't you a cutie pie, too? Cut it out, you. Yeah, you don't want to be hitting on that. Hey, Alice, the usual? Sorry, I just don't feel like it today. I'll see you some other time. No drinking? The hell is this? Oh my god. What's with their faces? Oh. They're wearing some kind of headgear. That's a lot of cheek to be showing. I thought they were the, what are the, what are those, like, the caterpillar things in Super Mario? They call them wiggers? I thought that's what their heads were, but I could see that they're like blondes with antenna headgear. They got some ass, though, I'll say that much. Just a little near. Come on, let's go, Chaz. Something right in front of you. Sometimes dialogue is different when you talk to people behind the counter or in back of the counter. Alright, well, I think that's the guild. They were talking about the weapon shop that was slightly better. I guess I could just go into both of them and see which one actually has the better sounding equipment. But if they both carry unique equipment, it's going to be hard to tell. Now these guys have got ceramic knives. Ceramic sword. Saber claw. Struggle axe. Grease still does a decent amount of damage, I think. I might get one of these for Rika. And the ceramic sword for Chaz. Sell some of this other crap. I was a little surprised where I couldn't actually equip the ceramic shields, because Han is a shield user. He should be able to equip one. I don't know why they didn't let him take it, though. Maybe it was because he was knocked out before? I'm not too sure. No, Han. No equipable item. Yeah, they won't let him equip it. I don't get it. I guess there's been other types of equipment that he's not been able to actually put on, though. Crown, ceramic helm. Yeah, the defensive stuff, I think, is where it's going to be at. Probably going to be the most Oh boy, yeah, I'm gonna be looking at getting. I don't know what it is, but a lot of people seem to be attacking Alice a lot, so I guess I'll give her the ceramic mail. Or, no, she already has some? Oh, never mind then. I guess we must have picked that up at some point. Oh, you know what? It was probably in the ship. I've already forgotten. Well, that's a lot of money spent. I guess I'll be coming back here somewhat frequently. Alright. Well, we're about 3 hours in. I'm kind of wondering, I feel like we go through this cave complex or something, and it's potential that old Zio might be after that, but I don't know. I think I might stop, though. Yeah, I'm feeling a little tired tonight, so I think we're going to put a kibosh in this for right now, but it's interesting. I kind of don't like the encounter rate being as busy as it is, and, you know, the story segments are, it's kind of like drip fed to you. It's like you got to go through a gauntlet of a dungeon and a bunch of enemies, and then, you know, you get a little story segment. It's kind of cool, though. I do like the, like, cutscene aspect of it, so I find that relatively fascinating. But yeah, this definitely has that old school JRPG feel where there's just like a lot of battling, and you have to really work your way through if you want to get to the little story bits. It's not terrible. I know that there's plenty of games like that, and I've played plenty of them myself, but you know, just in terms of like my favorite types of JRPGs, I tend to like the ones that were a few years after this, where they were a little bit more balanced, it felt like. And I don't think we've needed to grind necessarily to get through this, but I have been feeling like there's been segments where I've been just like a tad underleveled, so I don't know. Maybe going through and getting a bunch of enemies killed and gaining a bunch of money might save us, you know, some hassle a little bit. I mean, I obviously would, but maybe getting a step up might make me feel less underpowered if we play through this. But interesting game so far. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here at 3 hours in, and we'll probably, I think I'll come back to this. I might play a little bit on my own time. I think I might save like a Zio battle or something for the next stream. I feel like he's probably going to be coming up close. I was told by Mr. Scoob, who recommended this game and redeemed the points for me to play it, said play up until the Zio battle, and if I didn't like it by then, then to stop. But I don't know, that might be like 5 hours in or something like that. Seems like we've been building up to him, but I get the feeling like he's going to be one of those enemies that is pretty early on, and I don't know, maybe we'll even get him on our side after the battle. Something like that. Feel like there's going to be some tropes. But let's go ahead. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it, Lara. Let's go ahead and raid old Scoob, the man who recommended this game in the first place. I will probably come back to this maybe next week, because I do want to get started on some other things. Tomorrow I definitely want to do Battle for Naboo, see if I could beat that maybe. There is a bit of extra stuff with that game, but hopefully it's nothing too extreme. But yeah, we'll see about knocking out Battle for Naboo during the next stream. And then I think I'm going to get started on Chrono Trigger. I really think I want to get that started this week. So maybe by Wednesday, or the stream after Battle for Naboo, whenever that day is going to be, I will start Chrono Trigger. And then maybe early next week, or if I do a Sunday stream or something like that, we'll come back and we'll do some more Phantasy Star. And yeah, it should be interesting. But so far, so good. I have enjoyed it so far. But anyway, let's go ahead and raid old Scoob here. He's playing some Yuden Chronicle 100 Heroes, which apparently is a spiritual successor to Suikoden, which is pretty cool. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully we'll see you next time. Until then, take care.